Select and start. Okay, we're live.
Alright.
Look at this 4-person casting desk. That's kind of crazy.
Would be insane.
Wait, Daniel, you're streaming.
Yes.
I am streaming. We're streaming this DABOIS v fucking BRONSXuals are finally playing.
Alright.
Hooray! Hooray!
Hooray! Woo! Do I get out and watch?
Goodbye.
Tweeting.
Jemmy, should we separate VC or what should we do?
I'm fine with anything. I'm just tweeting. How does come watch the
Last quarterfinals.
Yeah, the last quarterfinals of this.
I need to figure out how to get my chat HUD back. Docs chat? Question mark? Ooh, hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Alright.
Oh, that's not working for me.
Alright, should we get into casting mode? We get into casting mode. 3, 2, 1, casting mode. Alright. Welcome. This is the match between DABOIS and BRONSXuals. This match has been delayed a couple of days, but now we're here. Final quarterfinals match. What do you think will happen today, Daniel?
So, this is an interesting one. I'm going to be real here. BRONSX has kind of been chilling. This isn't a team that practices too much, but they do show up and they do play well. They pull out the bow sometimes from time to time, actually a lot of time to time, and they really do well with it. BRONSX also kind of just good at those generalist brawlers, and despite not really looking like the flashiest team, BRONSX has, season after season, just been one of the stronger teams in the league. They just get it done at the end of the day. Meanwhile, DABOIS have been a more flashy team, but recently they have been having some internal issues. But otherwise, they're a very strong team, arguably a top 3 in the league. But we'll just have to see how this goes right here. We're pulling up onto set 1 right here, right now.
Set 1 will be Layer Cake, and the brawlers are out. And from DABOIS, it will be Fang, Sprout, and Jean against Piper, Squeak, and Colonel Ruffs. And now with obviously not so new update anymore, but the newest update, there have been a lot of changes. And if you haven't caught up to our past streams, the gadget gear is obviously a new addition, but brawlers with the hypercharge will not be in play. But now in the action, 1 minute left, and currently a nice Fang super from TJ Fries, and it will only be separated by a blue star.
Butter, if you want to let me know what's wrong with the audio, that'd be great.
Oh, no way.
But yeah, so far, so good for this red team. They're hanging on by a thread right now. TJ Fry is looking for another super. Dewey and Nino buff on half HP on the right side of the map. They're looking for HP, and so far, the chip damage has not been able to really take away too much more HP from them. Prism looking for HP. Nino looking for shots. Almost grabs another on Connor. It does not quite go down. Still, blue team in the lead right here. Another Fang super coming in, rings up that total to 8 stars. Now in the lead by 4. DABOIS looking pretty solid right here with 26 seconds on the clock.
Yeah, it is. It once was a lead for BRONSXuals. However, now DABOIS are 4 stars up, and with a Gene pull and a Fang pull in hand, it's going to be very tough. However, Nino and Prism are both charged up, but a nice Gene pull from Connor will take Prism down, and this will definitely seal the match right here. Now, game 1 of set 1 will go to DABOIS.
Yeah, pretty solid for them. A lot of back and forth, but at the end of the day, DABOIS is able to secure a few more kills, a few more pulls, and take away the first game right there.
Heading into game 2. Now, we haven't really touched upon the brawler picks as much in the first game, so Daniel, what do you think of these comps?
So I think Fang is such a strong last pick right now. He got a health buff, he got a damage buff. Actually, it was a damage buff to the basic, a damage buff to the super. So he just dishes a heck of a lot more. It's hard to deal with. Piper also getting a damage buff, so she has a heavy shot as well. Squeak, good as usual, did get the residue gadget nerfed from 10 seconds to 8 seconds duration, but with the +1 gear, it's not even gonna matter that much. So I like the Squeak pick. I like the Ruffs pick also to power up. Look, Nino getting actually not quite able to reach it on the bottom side. Connor kind of lurking that treat. Anyone goes and gets it, they will try to pull them, but the zone out is good. TJ Fries on the right side of the map gets a kill. And DABOIS just able to play it kind of slow right here. I like all the brawlers. I like the Gene. I like the Sprout. You take the Sprout and pair it with the Gene, and the other team can't really do much about it. I'm assuming Gray is going to be banned here. The Sprout in play, and yeah, both sides good comps, but I feel like a little bit more kill confirmed potential from the right side here. That'll be King Killer, TJ Fries, and Connor with more kill potential.
Yeah, I definitely agree with a Fang, Sprout, and Gene, and Connor with a pole might go for something, but TJ Fries lunges again and gets a kill on DY again, and leaps out of there, escaping with his life. And I've seen a lot of these plays from TJ Fries this game, and it has been working out with the constant kills. A missed pull from Connor will be unfortunate, but now there's about 20 seconds left, and this could go on the side of the BRONSXuals, considering that they're all pinched in the corner. But they still have to be careful since they're all so low. Now 15 seconds left. That will probably take care of Connor, 3 stars to 4 stars. But if they can't get out of here, nice 2 kill from TJ Fries. But kill on TJ Fries and jumps out of there. Blue star in hand. It's the game for the BRONSXuals.
Yeah, it's not over. It's not over. That kill +3, and then you get the blue star right on top of your head. Really well played by Nino to clutch up right there, keeping the BRONSXuals up in this set still. They're looking for it, and right now at a 1-1 situation, the next game win will take set 1 and kind of set the pace for the rest of this match here.
Yeah, it was a nice play from TJ Fries to clear out the air a little bit, but it could have been a little too ambitious where Nino, all he needed to do was just take care of TJ Fries, and that was game. And that is what he did. Now, game 3 coming back in. DY is doing pretty good into Connor, and that will be a kill. But TJ Fries goes back into mid again, and there will be a kill on Prism. And a nice super from DY will get him his second kill of the game, and 6-2 on the side of BRONSXuals.
Yeah, Piper doing some work right now, mowing the grass in the middle. That's like all of those grass tiles. Pull is good, but Gene does go down in the process. TJ hits the side of that barrel, gets the kill, but still, DABOIS are lagging behind by 3 stars and that blue star on Nino's head, so they're at a bit of a deficit right now that they need to come back from. Squeak Super's in it, double connections on King Killer and Connor. Gonna take a little bit of damage off of them. No slows coming in. They're not running that star power. They're running the extra damage. Damage is coming in. Connor on half HP, a little bit beneath it. King Killer also kind of building a fortress on the left side of the map, trying to keep them away, but still, this blue roster still needs some shots, still needs some points. They're still behind. 10 stars to 13 is not in their favor. King Killer boxed in on the left side.
This is a very action-packed game coming in, 10 stars to 13, and Connor recently got his pull. If he can land something on anyone here, it will be a great help to them. And Nino, with 3 stars and a blue star in hand, is all it takes for DABOIS to get a lead. But Nino keeping his distance along with Prism and DY. But TJ Fries does have a super, goes in, and that will be a kill on DY, but that is not enough. They need one more kill on any player on the game right now. Connor with a pull, can he do it? He's looking for an opportunity. TJ Fries goes in, misses. However,
2 seconds, cross apart, and it goes back. Oh, DABOIS. Oh man.
DABOIS.
Oh man, what do you think of that?
3 kills, both sides. Play for the boys. It was on. I don't even know what to say, but 18 stars to 15 stars, and DABOIS will be taking set 1 layer cake.
Yeah, that was really sloppy. That was really back and forth in my opinion as well. I mean, it was back and forth, but was it back and forth in a good way? Or is that just the way that the game plays whenever you put a Fang on the field? Do you think that was mistakes? Do you think that was just the nature of Fang being in play? Like, I don't know what to say about that.
Yeah, I think it was a very aggressive game when compared to Bounty, which is usually a very passive game mode. But when you put a brawler like Fang in the mix, where he just goes from one side of the map to the other and just lands stuns, connections, it can be really hectic, and that is what happened. And thankfully, that did go on the side of the boys. But hopefully, for the sake of BRONSX, they can go the other way in set 2, which will be Dueling Beetles.
Yeah, Dueling Beetles a bit more of a slippery slope map. I mean, the few matches we saw last week when we were running the original matches for this round of the bracket, a lot of 100-0 situations. I'm not sure if that's just the meta, but Dueling Beetles a lot less back and forth of a map for us so far.
Yeah, Dueling Beetles is a map where if you get positioning in the very beginning, it can be very hard to come back from it. And with those lanes having very little choke points, if you just can't get through it, and there's very control-heavy brawlers such as Squeak or Crow in the mix, it can be very tough to come back from a disadvantage. But we will see what the drafts will be in a couple of seconds.
Yeah, that's true. Last time on Dueling Beetles, we saw a lot of Maisie, a lot of Ems. If Ems can position herself beside those L walls, even behind them, and get an opponent caught on the other side in that super, it is just so much pressure. It's hard to move through that super and really get your own positioning back in hand. Meanwhile, you talked about the Squeak a little bit. That residue still playing such a huge role on a map like Dueling Beetles, where the lanes are super closed off. The residue will just close off a lane and only open 2 more. So a lot of possibilities here. I mean, I'm not so sure what we're going to see. I think BRONSX might be pulling out a bow.
All of that conversation for just to go back to our regular, traditional BRONSX bow. But yeah, I agree. And bow on this map is, it can work. It can work. With those mines on the zone and the choke points, it will do a very good job. But let's see what they come up with. And especially with the new balance changes, there could be some interesting brawlers I don't usually expect in previous metas. But maybe it could be a more traditional game, or it could be a very, very modern, funky way.
Gotcha. I don't know what Butter's saying. Butter said, why does Jemmy sound like a room?
Yeah,
I don't know what that's supposed to mean. Hello, Bamboo.
What does... a room. A room, alright.
I don't know what to say about that, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't know what you would say a room sounds like.
Like echoey?
I think a room can sound like anything, I'm not gonna lie.
I don't know if he meant to say like he thinks you're in a room.
I think I am in a room, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I
mean,
be
most of us
surprised if
are in
you
a room.
weren't. I'm gonna say that.
I looked up.
Casting outside, real?
Look outside your window. Anyways, set 2, drafts are probably finished and will start soon. And maybe we see some interesting picks. Maybe Buster, which is also a very new buffed brawler. But who knows?
Jimmy's in a room confirmed. Nakama, how do you feel about the audio right now? We had to edit a few things.
Fine,
Last time I
started.
put everything out of order, but we'll talk more about that later.
Oh, these are interesting picks. Why
Ooh.
don't you talk through it?
We have TJ Fries 2.0 running the Piper, King Killer running the Squeak, Connor running the Jesse. Meanwhile, we have Prism on a Daryl, Nino on a Grey Noir, and a Dewey running the Lou. I like all these picks, but they're kind of spicy on both ends of the spectrum here. We have Dewey on this Lou. Lou, a few minutes ago, was such a menace. And meanwhile, TJ Fry striking back, takes the Lou out of the middle, also goes for the wall break. I love the value right there. Doesn't have any response for Prism. Prism in the face, nice knockback auto aimer right there. TJ Fry still landing shots, finally clears out the Daryl. But Dewey is back in the middle right here, landing shots on TJ Fries 2.0. Slaps back though, just 2 shots from Piper is a kill on Lou and another kill on Nino. Some great accuracy coming out of TJ Fries 2.0 at the beginning right here. If they can keep this up, they'll be in good shape. But for now, Dewey does have a response. A big sticky syrup in the middle of the map, plus Nino jumping in at the last second. TJ Fries does jump away, avoids the death, but King Killer does go down. Another kill on Dewey. 2v2 action in the middle right here. We're kind of close in percentage, only by like 10% differential. Blue team going away just a little bit. Nino knocked back. Prism still on the prowl right here. Jesse turret is in action. DABOIS also teleporting forward, does go down, and finally blue team sort of building up a stature in the middle of the map right here.
Yeah. I think the comp from the BRONSX is very interesting to see two aggro picks. Daryl, which you don't see too much in Dueling Beetles. And in contrast to that, you see Squeak, a very control-based brawler. Piper, recently buffed and is very strong in the meta right now. And Jesse, who is a staple in the hot zone meta. And I think that Jesse will do a lot here, and obviously, well, TJ Fries on the Piper has been doing a lot. And Connor on the Jesse should be able to deal with the Daryl and the Gray pretty well. And currently, they are in the lead, and they do have positioning as well, with a nice kill on DY. I think this should settle this game. Nino living on 22 HP, but he cannot do a thing. It's Connor and King Killer's HP. And now 100% to 49%. Game 1 of set 2 will go to the boys.
Yeah, I liked the ideas from both teams right here. I just feel like... Oh, we're lagging out a little bit. That's great.
Are we?
Thank you, Brawl Stars. Oh, I clicked on the shot button. That explains everything. Okay, wonderful. Thank you. But yeah, I mean, BRONSX have this aggressive comp. They're up in the face of DABOIS for a lot of that game. But I feel like part of the mistake in that was you had Prism up there, you had Nino up there, you even had the Lou getting aggressive, but no one was standing on the zone. They missed a lot of percentage points while they were in the lead control-wise, and I just feel like they kind of missed out on that end of the stick. King Killer, though, stepping in the middle right here, always kind of careful to be grabbing percent when available. Meanwhile, TJ Fries, kind of my star player right now, hitting so many shots after shot after shot, doing a lot of damage, getting a lot of kills. Doom, see that right now, picks up the Daryl, and then on the Lou, forced Nino back on the left side right here, and blue team has control again.
TJ Fries, every time I see him, he's just landing shot after shot. And with his auto-aimer gadget, Daryl or Gray TPs on him, he can just right back. But a nice double kill from Nino will allow some control on the side of BRONSX, but Connor is still roaming up there, and DY is very low in HP, so they don't manage to pick up too many percentages, and now TJ Fries and King Killer are back again. But positioning so far, nice roll from Prism, 1 kill and 2 kill. Nice plays, and now they're slowly starting to catch up in percentage.
Yeah, I love seeing Nino on this Gray. I mean, Gray is a brawler released in the last year, and Nino finally sort of getting their toes dipped into this pool of the new brawler pool. Also, look at this percentage, extremely close right here. About a 10% differential. Blue team finally taking it back right now. Prism waiting for the rest of their team to apply this pressure at a great moment. Rolling in right now, pushing back, gets pushed back himself. TJ Fries 2.0 with the auto-aimer does have a response to that Daryl roll, and once again, we see 3 blue members standing on this zone and just 2 red members trying to fight this back. Nino getting shots, getting hit out by the Squeak, gets 1000 HP from the teleport star power, but still blue team sitting on this zone is going to capture it, and that's going to be set number 2 for DABOIS.
TJ Fries being star player. With the amount of shots he was landing, I am not surprised whatsoever.
Yeah, set number 1 was so close. I mean, out of every single Dueling Beetles set we've seen this week, I mean, BRONSX were getting points. They're getting percentage on the board. So I think kudos to that. But we still have one more set here guaranteed. If we do get there, we'll have Gold Arm, Gulch, and Crystal Arcade. But Kaboom Canyon has to go to BRONSX if they want to see another set after it.
Yeah, coming into this match, DABOIS are the 2nd seed from Group B, going 4-1 in terms of games, and their only loss was to We Take These, who are the 1st seed and who has already qualified for the semifinal stage. And BRONSX are 3rd seed in Group A, and they went 3-2, losing to Asmo and Amarok, who are respectively the 1st and 2nd seeds. And both teams have shown pretty decent results. Obviously, qualifying is great in itself. And I would say the boys are slightly favored here due to their seeding. But what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, so right now, we're looking at a situation where TJ Fries, Connor, and King Killer, aka DABOIS, are up 2-0 in a best of 5 series, and they're facing Prism, Nino, and Dawai YouTube. These three guys, Prism, Nino, and Dawai, this season they're representing BRONSX. Last season they were known as Kapu. So last season, we had a situation, again, just like this, where BRONSX were down 0-2, and they came back in a reverse sweep. So I think anything is really still possible right here. DABOIS maybe not wanting to relive that nightmare, hoping to close it out here on set 3, but really, I feel anything can happen with these players we have on the map right now.
Yeah, on one hand, being 2 sets down is not the best scenario for any team. But in this specific matchup, let's see if Nino, Prism, and DY can pull off something they did last season and get a reverse sweep going. But yeah, third set will be Heist. Will be Kaboom Canyon, so there could be some new brawlers that could be showing up, but who knows? Draft should be finished soon, so we'll see.
Every single set where we saw a set taken last week, whenever the losing team did end up scoring a set, it was on Kaboom Canyon. VGS versus Amrock took a set on Kaboom Canyon. PP v We Take These took a set on Kaboom Canyon. And if that's like a trend for anything, I think BRONSX can take a set on Kaboom Canyon as well.
Yeah, that is a great thing to point out. Those two, unfortunately, did not end in reverse sweep. Amrock VGS ending in a 3-1 win for Amrock, and We Take These and Pineapple Pizza ending in a 3-2 victory for We Take These. But it went 3-1, 3-2. So maybe, just maybe, this could be the quarterfinals match where we see a reverse sweep happen.
Yeah, for sure. Anything can happen here. I mean, there's so many options right now in Kaboom Canyon. There's still the long-range meta, but now you also have Piper and Nanny added into the mix. Meanwhile, there's these other two brawlers on the other side of the spectrum. Daryl kind of raising up in the ranks despite not getting a buff, and Fang is such a crazy brawler that once he gets a super, he just flies across the map. So two new brawlers on both ends of the spectrum that we have to be looking out for, making sure that no one gets caught off guard during this draft phase right here. And hopefully DABOIS and or BRONSexuals did their homework here, or either of these teams could be getting a little bit of whiplash.
Some PTSD on the side of DABOIS, but we'll see, we'll see. And now match has started just like that, and I will relay the drafts. On the side of DABOIS, we will see Nani, Eve, and a Tick. And on the side of BRONSexuals, you'll see a Crow, Piper, and a Penny. What do you?
A Tick?
Yeah, Tick. I don't know. I don't know about that pick. I love the Nani and the Eve, especially the Nani, which with its recent buff is incredibly powerful right now against the Piper, who Nani does counter. But I just don't understand the Tick. I'm not sure if it's going to help at all, but we'll see. We'll see.
I mean, you have this Crow who's low HP. You have this Piper who's low HP. Nice teleport up by TJ Fries 2.0. Gonna offer himself some opportunity to get damage on the safe. A Menace behind the 3x3, but Lad's Prism does get them down and out of the way. Tickhead coming in right now. 4,200 HP on that bad boy. Hits Nino. 800 HP will be all that's left on the guy. Here we are, flashing the gold Mecha Crow emo right here, looking for dodges, doing a good job. Does get clipped hard by the Nanny, bringing them down to 720 HP, but once again, pushing up the map. Dawai looking for space right here. Prism as well. I like the Tick at the start of the match, but now that the map is kind of getting broken open, it's kind of more difficult for Tick to get the shots to force these members where he wants them to be, but we'll see. More wall break coming in, more bush break. Nice trade out by Prism on TJ Fries. It's going to be a 2v2 for just a little bit. Tickhead is going in. Might connect onto the bird. Does go down. Good connection right there. Teleport up by TJ Fries 2.0. That's a kill on the Piper and some more damage on the safe. 100% defending on that blue safe, by the way, into a 78% defending on that red safe.
Yeah, I see some very sloppy plays happening from the BRONSexuals. And this could be bad for them, but only 39%, which is easily doable for them. But with TJ Fry still stuck in the left-hand corner, it could be bad. And now down to 47%, and they still have not managed to take him out. And now he will go down, but 30 seconds left, and DY runs straight into Connor's gadget and will go down with the help of an attack. And now TJ Fry's supering, presumably will TP on safe, and yet he does. And now 15 seconds left, and this is looking very unlikely for BRONSX to win this, and it will go down to a match point if they don't.
Yeah, it's like a 50% differential. Nino going for the crow jump on the safe. That's going to be a sizable amount of damage, but still, the differential is just way too big. And still up top, TJ Fry's 2.0 laying it in. That's going to be match point going to the boys right here.
I'm just not sure how this take is working whatsoever. That's...
I mean, I see the logic. I mean, the biggest like factor you have to destroy the tick is basically the penny. I mean, there's not too many walls for Tick to work behind, but they're doing a good job picking their lanes. They're sort of getting Piper at an angle, not directly taking her head first, and they're able to block off these lanes at the start of the map and really offer some free control to the rest of their team. So the Tick is working, but if Nino, Prism, and DABOIS can get the aggression going, Tick will sort of fold fast, but so far they're just unable to do just that.
Yeah, a nice kill will lend DY his first death, but it is still a very 50-50 positioning in mid. King Killer does step up and will get crow marked, but 2 kills on the side of DABOIS means that they can now push up more freely, and with TJ Fries with full HP control, this will be bad for the BRONSX.
Yeah, shots are coming in. Ticket is rolling up. It's going to connect onto Prism right here unless they waste a gadget. It does go on them. Big curve coming out onto Connor, but Connor still lives on 1,000 HP. Going to start healing up right now. Nino gets one shot out of the existence by TJ Fries 2.0. Nani does a lot of damage right now. And there we saw right there the interaction. Another one. Oh my, Piper goes down instantly. Penny also down now. Nani player on an absolute rampage. Going to get hit out by that mortar. Living on 500 HP. Does eventually go down to the sort of pseudo incendiary left behind by the mortar, and DABOIS kind of lagging out right here. Going back on the prow. Tickhead coming down, goes down. Wall break in the middle. Nani going forwards, getting a shot on Piper. Does go down. DABOIS good on the defense right now. But still, there's a 17% differential. A 17% loss for the BRONSX team here. And only 45 seconds on the clock.
It is worth noting that even with all the control they had, they only managed to get 17%, and a whiffed super will not help them at all for DABOIS. But still, control. They have it all right now. And there's about 30 seconds left. And while this is very doable for the BRONSX, if they can't manage to step up, this will be the match. But DY walking straight in. He does go down. Prism breaks the walls, and King Killer just straight lines into him with a gadget. And now all 3 of them dead. 15 seconds left. I don't see this going any other way except the match. And now TJ Fries flying onto the safe, 60%, 54%. Now the only person on the other side is Nino, but as a crow, he cannot do much. And 90% to 48%, a clean 3-0 victory for DABOIS, and they'll be moving on to the semifinals.
No reverse sweep this season. DABOIS are not playing around. They do not want none of that. They want the win, and the win they will take. TJ Fries 2.0 on an absolute rampage of damaging kills, going 7-3 on the KD for that last game right there. Oh my. Oh my.
Oh, yeah, that was...
Jemmy, I found out what they were talking about when they said you sounded like you were a room. It sounds fine in Discord VC, but for some reason on stream it sounds like muffled and echoey.
Muffled? Man. Next season, all issues solved. I believe in Daniel Macaroni.
Yeah, Jemmy is actually casting for the next room over.
Yeah, I'm gonna just get it.
Yell louder, yell louder.
Yeah. But yeah, 3-0 victory.
I don't... I'll have to look at that.
King Killer says Boban every game, W.
Boban every game. They knew. They knew. They were not playing around. They had to pull the narc tactics out.
Too famous now. And that is not.
You gotta do
paying
what you
off.
gotta do against the.
Oh. Well, that will be all the quarterfinals matches completed, and the semifinals matches should be happening potentially this weekend, considering that this match was supposed to be happening last match, and now this week is currently the semifinals week. And with that, the semifinals will be Asmo versus DABOIS and Amarok versus We Take These.
Yeah, Asmo versus DABOIS. I mean, outside of set 1, DABOIS looked really strong right here. I know they were having some conflicts behind the scenes, but they were able to pull it together and take a really strong victory against the team that reverse swept them last season. So props to that. They do have Asmo, which have sort of positioned themselves as the villains of B2BL, sort of being a little bit of a taunting group here. But I think DABOIS might be able to step up to the plate, so that'll be a fierce match. Still favored for Asmo, as they did win the most recent season and went completely undefeated in their respective group. But still, it'll be a fierce match to look forward to. On the bottom side, however, we have We Take These versus Amarok. We Take These almost giving up versus the 4th seed from Group A. We Take These being the 1st seed from Group B, but still, they eventually did take it out. They're still a little bit favored here, but Amarok is so strong as well, and I think We Take These Amarok. I don't know if there's a clear favorite for that match.
Well, who do you have winning that match, though? We Take These undefeated in their group, or Amarok, whose only defeat was a 3-0 defeat to Asmo. What do you think?
I'm getting a little bit of flack from Not Beast saying that, okay, buddy, we didn't give up in quotations here. I mean, the 2 sets? It was 2 sets. But, like, I don't know. We Take These versus Amarok. I feel like I just slightly favor Amarok here.
Interesting. Me personally,
I mean, they've had more BSC practice. They're looking really strong right now. They took down your team 3-1, and your team also gave We Take These a little bit of a run for their money during the group stage. That was a 3-2 match, if I'm not wrong on that.
Yep. Me personally, though, I think We Take These, as their name goes, will take it, and I think they are a very strong contender for the win even. And with their roster and their synergy, I don't know. I think they can definitely take this to the finals.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. Any of the 4 teams that were left right here, I mean, going into the season, I feel like We Take These was a little bit tied, but like throughout the season, they've really shown that they've gotten their shit together. They've gotten their synergy up and running, and any of these 4 teams are likely contenders for the overall victory for this entire bracket here. But we'll really just have to wait and see. It's kind of boring for me to say it like that, but I truly believe that any of these 4 teams can take the overall title.
Yeah, it's also very interesting because in the top semifinals match, Asmo are the current champions of B2BL. Meanwhile, DABOIS won the season before that, so it will be a clash of the winners. So we'll see who wins that one.
Nakama said, "I'm believing wrong for thinking anyone can take this."
First Ammo, now Nakama. This team, they're entertaining. That's all I'm gonna say.
They are truly entertaining, and I respect that. I respect the fun. I respect the fire. They're a little bit beefy. They're a tiny bit toxic, but it's all in good fun. It's all in good fun. Not B said they're gonna avenge you getting back for Jemmy. I respect it.
W.
A tiny bit. A tiny bit. Crying emoji. I'm just saying. Oh yeah. Next season, Prism gets to pick the name. Y'all take turns. You let DeWy choose last season, then Andy chose this season. Prism choosing next season. That's so cute. Get to change the name.
Team synergy.
Every
team
other
bonding.
season. Truly. But yeah.
I'm
Anything left to talk about today? Any words?
well, Andy's message.
Any thoughts?
Andy's message touched me a little bit on that. I'm gonna ask KZ after stream if we can just change the team name to IGW. Ikaru got work, but however, I think that was a great.
Ikaru got work.
A great stream.
Hey,
Sadly, a 3-0 match. However, BRONSXuals did put up some nice fight in certain matches. But yeah, that will be all the quarterfinal matches done and dusted.
Yeah, GG's. Today is Friday night. Tomorrow's Saturday, the day after Sunday. So we'll probably have these semifinals matches like within the next few days. Famous last words. But I think we'll see these coming up really shortly. Other than that, I hope you all have a good night. If you're still up, out, and partying later tonight, don't do anything too stupid to yourself. But yeah, besides that, stay safe, stay well. Peace out. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.